I come this side. I'm hoping I'm kind of in the center of the shot. I can't actually see. So this is what is the standing poses from the week 1 of BKS Iyengar's 300-week course. So you can have a look in Light on Yoga for the instructions and things. I will just guide you through so that you can just develop a little bit of a practice as well. Okay, so come to Tadasana, that's with your feet together, and let the weight be even on the balls of the feet and the heels. Lift up the arches of the feet, tighten the kneecaps and lift up the back of the thighs. It's quite an important instruction that. It's only now I'm beginning to realise how important. Okay, he also says then to stretch the arms over the head. So if you want to just reach the arms up and over the head, like so, and feel how that lifts the chest. With the chest lifted, the front and the back of the chest, keep that sensation in your body as you lower the arms down. Breathe. Extend down through the arms, reach down through the fingertips, reach up to the crown of the head and keep the feet planted well. Contract the hips. Bring yourself into a stable state, even breathing, relaxed face. So you're just coming right into that moment and this moment. Okay, so we're going to do Vrikshasana first. Now I'm on a bit of a slope, so I'm just going to find a slightly flatter area. There we go. And I'm hoping that you can still see me. So now Vrikshasana. So from Tadasana, which is our coming back to position, our check, if you like, we're going to pick up the right leg. So raise the right leg up, bring the foot to the top of the thigh, press the heel into the thigh and the thigh back against the heel. Keep that outer hip of the left leg gripped, stretch the arms out and raise the arms up and over the head. Elbows to the wrists, stretch up. Outer armpits to the elbows, stretch up. Sides of the ribs, let them lift. Sides of the waist, allow them to lengthen. Keep the standing leg strong, take that bent knee back. Take some even breaths. Lower the arms and release the leg. Now if your balance is a problem, just put your hand against the wall. Don't fight the pose. Don't get frustrated with yourself. It all comes in the end. And it's a good learning process. So let's do the second side. So come to Tadasana and just compare the left and the right side. Now you're going to pick up the left leg. Keep the right leg as strong as possible, straight as possible. Press the heel to the top of the thigh, thigh back in against the heel. And then stretch the arms out and raise the arms up. So I've given you all the instructions before. See if you can breathe smoothly and evenly. Maintain your balance. Press that heel to the top of the thigh, hip back in towards the heel. Let the bent knee go back, but without pivoting on the standing leg hip or on the standing leg. Release the arms down. Bring the legs together back into Tadasana. So in Light on Yoga, he says ideally to stretch the arms up for your Tadasana. So here, let's take the arms up and again get a nice lift. And then keep that sense of upwardly mobileness. And allow the arms to lengthen down. Okay, Trikonasana. Because I'm on sand and there's some really sharp stones and shells here, I'm going to step my legs, but you can jump. And stretch out the arms. Now extend out to the fingers, open the palms, and you're going to go to the right, so turn your left toes in a little, keeping the kneecap tight. Turn the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees, so we've got nice straight legs. Press the feet down evenly, exhale, go down. Take the shin, open the chest and stretch the top arm up. Now lengthen the spine, roll the shoulder blades deep into the back and then breathe evenly. turn the head and look up if you've got your balance, but if not, or it's too much in the neck, stay looking forwards. And just hold this pose. Arches lifted, toes lengthening. Press into the feet to inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Stretch out the arms and drop those shoulders. Turn your right toes in a little and turn the whole of the left leg out. Get the thigh to turn from inside out. Both legs. Exhale, go down. Left shoulder, roll it back. Lift the heart. Turn the head. Look up. Relax the eyes and release the tongue. Breathe evenly into both sides of the ribs. Lengthen the spine. If the neck becomes uncomfortable, look directly forwards. Don't force that neck around. The turn ideally comes from the rib cage initially. So navel turns from left to right. Ribs turn from left to right. Shoulder stacks one above the other. When it's time to come up, press down into the feet so the legs stay strong, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards, legs together. Stand tall. Open up the chest, lengthen down through the fingers. Utthita Parsvakonasana, sideways stretch. Legs wide, 4.5 to 5 feet apart, so wider than the last pose. So these two poses, facing forwards, the navel, you want to think about trying to keep it forwards. All right, turn the left toes in, turn the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees. Exhale, bend the right leg. Keep that back foot beautifully planted. Keep the arch lifted, and then you can rest the elbow onto the thigh. Stretch your top arm up. Now, if you can drop the groin down so the thigh becomes parallel, you can then see if you can reach the hand to the floor or onto a brick. Turn the top arm in the shoulder and bring the arm up and over the head. Now balance out the stretch from the waist to the hand and stretch the waist back into that back leg, into the back heel there. So you feel that there's two directions of length. Breathe. So just take a few breaths here, relax the face. You can turn the top ribs back, maybe look up towards the ceiling from underneath the arm, but again, not if it causes neck strain. To come up, press down into the feet, particularly the back leg, and stretch the arm up, bring yourself back to center. Straightening both legs. Breathe. Turn the right toes in a little, turn the whole of the left leg out to 90 degrees. Resist with the back leg, bend the front leg. Again, rest the elbow on the thigh, stretch the top arm up. From here, you can see if you can bring the hand down and again, stretch that top arm up. You can stay here with the top arm up if the shoulder doesn't allow you to turn it in the shoulder, and bring the arm over the head. And again, from here, you look up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, face in the sun if you've got that. And close the eyes don't let yourself get blinded by the sun. Breathe. Remember the equal stretch, remember the equal breath. Smooth, even breathing. Inhale, press into the feet, bring the arm back up. Come back up, pushing into that front leg, pressing into that back leg. Feet to face forwards, step or jump your legs together. Stand tall. Stand down into the heels. Stretch the arms up and over the head, grip the hips, lengthen. Back of the neck long. Lower the arms down, keeping that lift of the chest. Virabhadrasana 1. So we're going to take the legs as wide as we did the last time, but this time the navel is going to turn to the right, the hips are going to turn to the right. So it's a sideways facing pose. Legs wide. Raise the arms up and over the head. Turn your left foot well in, take the heel out. Turn the whole of the right leg to 90 degrees. So now my left hip has come forwards, my right hip has gone back, my tailbone is in the centre. Exhale, bend the leg, stretch the back leg back, and lift up out of the pose. Now if you've got your balance and you feel comfortable, raise the face to look up. But if you don't feel comfortable, please don't. Breathe. Stretch back into that heel. If it's too much to have the heel down, you can raise the leg up as long as the direction is back. You can bring the hands to touch, then separate the hands, look forward, straighten up through that leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. And again, we're aiming. So here with the ground, please forgive me if my leg wasn't quite a right angle. Everything is a little bit slippery. Let's go to the second side. Turn the right foot well in. Turn the whole of the left leg out to 90 degrees. Exhale, bend that leg. Raise the face, look up if you've got your balance. You can bring the palms together and look to your thumbs. Breathe. Let the breath be wide and smooth. Tongue passive, eyes quiet. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Lower the arms to shoulder height. Step or jump the legs together. Squeeze those hips in. You want to feel like you're gathering up the thighs from the lower thigh to the upper hip, like the outside edge of those thighs. Extend the arms down. Now let's take those arms up, get a nice lift on the chest. Keep that openness as you lower the arms down. That was Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Now we're going to do Virabhadrasana 2, front-facing pose, legs wide. Left foot turns in, right leg turns out. Resist with the back leg, bend the front leg. The leg comes to a right angle again. Turn the head, look along the right arm. Breathe. Open out through the palms, separating the two arms away from each other so it feels like the neck is releasing away from the ears. Inhale, come up, bring the feet to face forwards. Right toes in a little, hold the left leg out to 90 degrees. Exhale, bend the leg. My feet are going to like I've had a Tresco pedicure. The sand is, I'm just sinking into it. Breathe. Open out across the chest, turn the head, look along that left arm. Your drishti, your gaze point, is the middle finger. But be aware of the back arm, because often we get so caught up in watching that front arm that we get pulled forwards. So just make sure that you're breathing and the whole body feels relaxed. Stretching out the arms, lifting up the chest. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Whether you see my legs are getting wider and wider, step or jump the legs together. Extend down through the arms, lift up through the chest. This is the last of the standing poses, so let's just get ourselves ready for it. Stretch the arms up, lift up, and come back into your Tadasana. Settle the body here. So the last of the standing pose sequence is Parsvottanasana, which is the sideways intense stretch, a sideways forward bend. So you're going to take your feet a little narrower, but again, it's a turning pose rather than a front-facing pose. So feet come to 3 to 3.5, 4 feet apart, depending on your leg length and whatever, height. You're going to turn your left foot well in and the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees. And we're just going to keep our hands on our hips today. Okay, now you want that left hip to come forwards and the right hip to be drawn back so the tailbone stays in the center. We're going to place our hands either to the shin or to the floor, or you can just go almost halfway down. You don't want to compromise yourself here. All right, so you're going to lift the chest, so the back chest, don't push the lower back in, but think, can I lift my chest away from my hips? And you'll start to develop a length through the body there. You'll feel a length come. If you just coil your chest back, you'll feel compression in the lower back. So think, can I lift the back chest away from my tailbone? Then from the femur heads and the pelvis, let the spine and pelvis move to exhale, fold over that right leg. Bring your fingertips to the floor, if you can, or onto bricks, or onto some height, or onto your shin. Lengthen the spine. That goes in two ways. Don't just try and pull the spine forwards. Take the tailbone back as well. And then those of you that wish to can exhale, fold down over that right leg. Relax the face, relax the eyes, and release the tongue. Take some breaths. Legs straight, back leg firm. Inhale, look forwards, lengthen forwards. Press the feet down to inhale and come up. Spine long, let the pelvis do the rotation, if that makes sense. Feet to face forwards. Okay, second side. Right foot turns well in, heel out, whole of the left leg out to 90 degrees. Turn the hips and turn the trunk. Turn the hips well, but try not to scissor the legs together, so the groins still stay almost separate from each other. You're not trying to cross those legs over, so the tailbone stays in the center. Lift the chest away from the hips. Lengthen the chest away from the hips, maybe. Does that sound better? Now keep the hips firm, gripping, and fold forwards. Hands to the floor. Spine extends, legs firm, and if you wish to go down, let yourself go down. Breathe. You can place your hands on some height if it's too much, or hold the shin. Just make sure that your poses are good for you. And then inhale, come up, look forwards, press down into the feet, come all the way up to standing, forwards, hands onto the hips, just connect down the tailbone, lengthen the back, step or jump the legs together. Come to standing and extend the arms down. So this is the standing poses. There is shoulder stand and halasana. If you practice that, you can turn this off and you can go and practice that now, because that would be the complete week 1 cycle. But otherwise, you've done enough. You can give yourself a congratulatory pat on the back, like Goma Carson style. Stand tall. Just bring your hands to Namaskarasana. Relax the shoulders, relax the eyes, release the tongue. Take some smooth, even breaths. Lift up the heart, bow down the head. Pay your respects to your body, your vahana, and to your practice. Raise the face, release the arms. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a super day. Oh, this is Tresco. I don't know if you can see. That's the blockhouse over there, just behind me if I crouch down. And that way is the ruin. And this is, I suppose, the ruin beach. I actually don't know the name of the beach here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.